Hey everyone, Dunbar Snack Bar once again with a Fight Night Round 4 commentary. I think that'd be pretty sweet, mixing it up a little bit from the baseball that I've been doing for the first two. Anticipation for March is huge. It's building. You probably already know that if you've watched any of my commentaries because of Fight Night Champion and MLB 2K11. I didn't like Fight Night Round 4 when it first came out. I didn't have the best first impression with it. I think it was because I was just absolutely addicted to Fight Night Round 3. And EA Sports did a lot of adjustments. And I'm going to go ahead and say it, a lot of advancements. But I didn't see it at the time as it being an advancement. So that was kind of hard for me to get adjusted to. One of the things I didn't like was the buttons, but I'll go into that. I'm going to be doing Legacy Mode. I'm creating a guy named Bobby O'Brien with the nickname of Irish. If you guys have seen The Fighter, you will know why I'm going with Irish. I thought it was an amazing movie, so go ahead and go see it. Guy's going to be pretty average here. The only thing that I'm making advantageous for me is he's going to have a longer reach than what you would see in the average person. That's just because I do a lot of jabs, and in the game, jab strength is enhanced when you have a longer reach. But here's some of my ratings. You'll see speed is huge for me. I'm definitely a speed boxer whenever I play the games. I also like the speed not only for punching, but also for being able to dodge punches, because that was absolutely huge in Fight Night Round 3 for me. So hopefully that's something that I can stick with here. I have not played a round in a very long time, so I'm sure it's going to be pretty sloppy here starting off. At the same time, though, I'm going to be developing my guy. It's going to be amateur starting off, so I don't really have to worry too much about the implications of any mistakes that I might make. So here's hoping that I can continue with that. I think my guy's just going to be flailing around like a fish out of water here, just hoping to hit the guy just as I start off. But we'll see. Like I said, though, I am excited to get into Fight Night Round 4, though. I just hope that I had a really terrible experience just starting off, and it was just me being dumb. I loved Fight Night Round 3 for a ton of reasons. I think it was the first game that really showed the true potential of the Xbox 360. I mean, just playing some of the other games at the time, like NCAA 2007, was kind of annoying for me because on the PS2, which is what I had right before the 360, there were a lot of features and a lot of things that you could do on that you couldn't do on the Xbox right away. And I completely understand why. I mean, when you got a new system, you're writing new code and things like that, you really don't have the time, the resources, probably even the understanding yet on how to get all of those features in there. So it was kind of depressing playing that game just because, you know, there wasn't everything that I could do like I could on my PS2. Like, for example, creating a school. I loved Create a School on the PlayStation 2, but on the Xbox, it didn't come out until 2010. Now, there was a lot of advancements in it, don't get me wrong, but I couldn't win the national championship with my ITT Tech team. It's a joke there. I used to always make ITT Tech or just some really, really random bad school and take them all the way, but anyway, Fight Night Round 3, like I said, I think did a lot to show what the Xbox 360 can do. I liked a lot of the features about Fight Night Round 3 too that were just part of the game. Like, I liked that there was absolutely no heads-up display. That the way you knew your fighter was tired or that the other guy was tired was just the way that they were throwing the punches and the way that they, you know, were looking on the screen. So you really had to focus more on your opponent rather than glancing down at the heads-up display, which I find myself doing in Fight Night Round 4 probably a lot more than I should. Sometimes maybe not enough because I look down and my stamina's gone. But I liked that it wasn't there. I also liked the button system. I don't know why. I'm just an old school guy. I like the buttons rather than the whole right joystick that EA Sports has. Well, I guess in 2K Sports has as well, have really started to utilize and implement into their games to try and give you a quote more realistic experience. But for me, it's just a more frustrating experience. But who knows? And like I said, that's kind of what I was waiting around for Fight Night Round 4, because I heard that they were going to implement the button controls into the system. They never did. So I'm really going to have to make some adjustments here, just gut it out and learn it. Because, I mean, hooks, that was my thing in round 3. Dodge and then come back with a hook. That's a lot harder to do in round 4. And I found myself just doing a couple practice matches here. Was that I do a lot more jabs now than I did before, just because I think it's a lot easier doing just hitting it up to an upper diagonal corner rather than just doing, you know, the rotation for the curve. It's just a lot less time, so I throw a lot more jabs. So we're going to be starting it off. This is actually going to be just a amateur tournament. It's what they do before they get you into the pro, so nothing really too exciting here for these next few commentaries. Going to be 4 rounds apiece, 2 minutes for each round. I'm starting off. I'm not doing too hot. I am throwing way too many punches, and that's always been a problem for me, is I like to throw punches. I'm always going to be working on getting my stamina up, just because when you throw these many punches, you know, this quick of a pace, you need to have the stamina to match up to it. Hopefully that doesn't mean I have to sacrifice power, because like I said, you know, I'm a strength guy, or I'm a speed guy and a counter guy, but I understand the importance of strength, because there's a lot of games that I've played of Fight Night, either round 3 or I did it with a couple on round 4 here just a little bit ago, where my punching was so fast, but because there was absolutely no power behind it, it ended up meaning nothing at all, and my guy got absolutely annihilated. So I'm going through here. Yeah, I already start to see that my stamina is going down a lot more than I'd like. That was not a good first round for me at all, but with a newly created player and you have your statistics in the 50s or 60s, it's a little bit harder to play smart, because I just really want to sit down and build my guy up. But for this, I really want to get good at, you know, the healing in between rounds. Fight Night round 3 was crazy ridiculous sometimes on getting your guy healed. I kind of like the new system here, but apparently it sounds like in Fight Night Champion they're going to be revamping it to the point where it's completely automatic. Now my guy here too, you're going to see O'Brien's going to be going in to hold on the guy for a little bit, just so I can get my stamina up, because just as you take a look, you know, my stamina drops really quick. I like to do the combos, but I got to learn, and this is something that I've noticed just by watching this here, is that I definitely need to concentrate more on when I punch a guy and he's blocking, not to keep going to that side of the body. But it's a lot I got to adjust to here, so hopefully these amateur rounds will teach me quite a bit. Hopefully I'll get a little bit better too. But see, here I go holding on to him just so I can get my stamina up. But I'm excited about Champion. I still need to pre-order that. I'm just trying to think who I'm going to go through to get the best deal. So if you guys have any suggestions on who might have the best deal on Fight Night Champion, please let me know, and I'll be going through that route too. Same thing with MLB 2K11. You guys know that's going to be another one I'm anticipating here. I think that was a better second round for me. I got a lot more punches in. Doing a little bit better on blocking. Last 10 seconds of every round I do, I definitely just go right on into him. Get him as hard as I can, because my stamina is going to be recharged in a little bit anyway, so might as well go crazy with it. I decided to use the points that I had. I had all 48, but I decided to use it on rebuilding my stamina, so if you didn't see it, I mean, that was a big jump in what I had. Seem to be getting really close in on the guy too. I think it might be just because he keeps stepping in, you know, too, and I don't want to be retreating, because I know I'm going to get back into the ropes like this here. That was dumb on my part. I mean, I don't want to get stuck back in the ropes, but at the same time, if I stay in there and I try and duke it out with him like I've been doing here for these last couple rounds, I mean, I don't think I'm going to make it that long. And if it wasn't for these headpieces too that we're wearing to protect ourselves, I mean, I'd be kind of worried to see where my damage would be. I mean, this has not been a good round at all, or a good match at all, but I mean, what do you expect? This is my first one with this guy. It's probably the most trying times of any career that you do whenever you create somebody, just because you know you're bad, you can tell you're bad, and you're going up against guys who are really bad. So definitely hoping to improve my guy a little bit too, get you some more interesting commentaries, because you know things like this in amateur mode where it's so tough to knock a guy over. You know, you don't have the knockout or even a TKO. Heck, I don't even think you can have a knockdown really. Good third round there too. I was pretty impressed, but thought I'd repair a little bit there, but it looks like it didn't do anything because I got that headpiece on. But I don't know if I'm gonna be keeping O'Brien in Fight Night Champion. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll just restart him, but he had a good uppercut in there in case you didn't see that. Just a left uppercut right into me, but gosh, did you see that with the jabs? That's an awesome combo. Like I said, that's my thing is combos, but it's just a lot harder. And here, that was a good counter on my part. I really did like the dodging system in round 3. I thought it was a lot easier to dodge a punch than it is in this game. But at the same time, maybe that was just maybe that was a flaw. Maybe it wasn't supposed to be that easy. It was just bugged out. I don't know. But I've always been impressed, like I said, with Fight Night games. Just going, you know, way back when. I think even on the original PlayStation. No, I think the first time I played it was actually on the Nintendo 64, and then I played it on the PlayStation later. But just going way back, I mean, boxing games, you know, especially the Fight Night franchise, have been really sweet. Really anticipating champion here too for that same reason. I think I might get some of those old games out and play them a little bit. But I ended up winning this one here by decision. Like I said, it's most of what you get in amateur mode. We'll take a look, see how the judges scored me. First judge gave me a win. I mean, I already knew that first round was bad, and the judges definitely showed it there too. But that second judge showed we ended up with a draw. So I'm going to say I eked this one by, but then again, it is my first match. 64% of my punches, not good at all compared to 72. Either he rocked or both. So thanks for watching, guys. You have a great day.